Hello, everyone. My name is William O'Brien. I am the trail boss for an Old West reenactment group here in East Texas. When I'm with the Outlaws and when I'm at home, it seems like I go by Brushy Bill. Uh, about 3 weeks a year, we go by the Dalton Days Reenactors. We change our name and we work with the Gregg County Historical Museum. Have for 13, 14 years now. And we had some character portrayal changes, or we will have for 2025. And while I've asked for our members, the older members, what they wanted to do, if they want to move, stay in their spot, um, and I had some interesting answers. Bill Dalton was easy. Uh, you'll hear why in another video. Um, but it surprised me. I had a hard time filling the outlaw spots. Jim Bennett, the Knight brothers, and Bill Dalton. Like I say, Bill Dalton was easy; that was a given. But I had a hard time. It seems our members prefer to stay with the on the good side of the law and be Longview citizens. Longview citizens fought back. The event we have is lifting up the Longview citizens and showing how brave and courageous and what exactly they did and sacrificed to save their money in their town. Uh, we did that. Longview did that, just like Coffeyville, Kansas did that in 1892. Our event happened. It was robbery was in 1894, and folks I think were a little tired of that. But I'm proud of our guys for doing what they thought is best for them and sticking with on the good side of the law, the right side of the fence. And I asked them why they chose to stay or why they chose to move where they moved to, and I had some interesting answers. And I wanted you to know those answers. And I asked the same questions over and over, so I finally wrote them down. And I'm going to ask myself, and I'm going to start with me. But you'll see some videos of these reenactors, these gentlemen, um, in their words and why they stayed in their where they're comfortable with, or the gentleman they portray, or why they moved. Um, and I think it's interesting, and I think they deserve to be heard. And it gives you an insight of who we are and what we do. Believe it or not, we put a lot of effort into our portrayal. We're portraying real people. Everybody that we portray in Longview was, in fact, a Longview citizen in 1894. And one, if we deserve, or the family deserves, to get it done right as best we can. There's only so much we can do safety wise, and that's reenacting or movie business in general. But we want the family deserves it. That person deserves as much as we can to get it right, and that's our job. And I hope you see that and see the effort. I mean, it's a 10-minute show. Our show's 10, 15 minutes, and I put almost a full year's worth of research just on one person. So I have three questions. I'm going to start with me, the most boring one of all, and we're going to each of us are going to answer these three questions, and you're going to hear what we have to think or say about what we're doing. First one's what part do you play in Dalton Days, and what part are you going to be choose to move to? I have portrayed Charlie Leonard, Walter McQueen, but for the most part, I have portrayed Deputy Will Stevens. I think this year was our 14th year working with the Gregg County Historical Museum for the Dalton Days event, and for the majority of that time, I have portrayed Deputy Will Stevens. Have enjoyed it too. Why did you choose this new part to play? I didn't choose it. One of our founding members, O.T. Storm, just told me one afternoon that if I ever got a chance to play that scoundrel, rascal Jim Bennett, I'd be perfect for it. So I didn't choose it; it chose me, or it was chosen for me. He said I have a wonderful, natural, nasty disposition to not play well with others. said a lot of other things, but what's said between friends stays between friends. So I didn't choose it, it was chosen for me. And what inspirations will you use in this new part? Um, I've done a lot of research, and still a lot to go. I know he was an expert rifle and pistol shot. He was willing to marry young Jenny Renfro and leave her to do his new job, which was to rob banks and to harass people. And since he was an excellent shot, he was good at what he did. He was confident and could be cocky, I believe. He was willing to sacrifice the one he loved and married um, for him and his gang. So you have that aspect of it. You have him being cocky, good shots. He had a nasty disposition and could be prone to violence really quick. I believe you play a part, but the inside of the robber was always there and pretty close to the surface. So with him being a scoundrel, I think that part's going to be a little easier to play, and him being a nasty individual, maybe at heart, that's going to be a little easier to play. It's sometimes all the actors say it's more fun to play a bad guy, and I kind of believe that. But I'm going to bring the nastiness in, and the willingness to shoot and not worry about it. That's part of what he did. That's what I'm going to bring to it. I want to bring some fun, but a lot of not violence, but shooting. We are a family-friendly show, but that's what I'm going to bring. I want to bring this force that I'm going to beat Longview down when in fact Longview beats Jim Bennett down. That's what I'm going to bring to it. I think it's going to be a fun part to play. There's a lot of leeway with the unknown, and I'm going to exploit that to the best of my ability. Typically we have some George Buckingham's family, because Bennett shoots George Buckingham, and the word of mouth through history is that Bennett and Buckingham had a beef, and nobody knows why, and that's interesting. Nobody knows why, so I'm going to use that as well. All the little things the little stories come together to make a big story. I know it's only a 10-15 minute show, but I'm going to bring some nastiness to it, and I want to bring some fun and some willingness. I've read some of Emmett Dalton's books, and I have interesting knowledge, or I think I have an interesting knowledge of what an outlaw may have thought. I've done this for a long time. I'm very comfortable with playing the bad guy. I kind of enjoy it. I enjoy playing the good guy too, but bad guy mainly. It is more fun. That's just the way it is. They have more fun, but they don't win. Bad guys don't win. We still believe in the black and white app. The good guys always win. But that's what I'm going to bring. I'm looking forward to 2025 and the changes we're making. I believe it's going to be a great time. It's always going to be a family-friendly and free event. And I hope that you find a little of this being interesting, and with the insight of the other gentlemen of why they either stayed portraying the people they portrayed, or moved, and why they moved, and what they actually think and feel. I hope you find that interesting, and I hope you find it interesting enough to come see our event in Longview, Texas. Thank you, everybody. Y'all have a good evening.